Forehead. Police say the kids left a home in the 500 block of 30th Avenue South around midnight. Officers fanned out across the neighborhood and firefighters were even called in to help.
Police tell the Valley today that the children were found safe within a few blocks and all within 30 minutes. There's no indication that anyone will face any charges in this case. Police in the FM Metro looking for a man who they say threatened to break into his ex-girlfriend's home and hurt her. They located 28-year-old Richard Yelligan in South Fargo at one point last night, but he took off running and later fled in his vehicle. Fargo police caught up with him again near 36th Street and 47th Avenue South. That's where a perimeter was set up.
He took off on foot again, and officers have not been able to find him since. Now, there's no photo of him available, but police say he's a black man about 5'5", last seen wearing a dark hoodie with a Rolling Stones logo on it. Now, he also has several warrants out for his arrest, including domestic violence. If you see him or know where he is, you need to call 911. One woman is being treated for serious injuries after being hit by an Amtrak train in downtown Fargo. It happened just before 4 yesterday morning at the railroad crossing in the 500 block of North Broadway between Cowboy Jack's and Empire Liquors.
Police say the crossing arm was functioning and that the train used its emergency horn to alert its passing. Police are not releasing the name of that 31-year-old victim, but they say at their last check, they showed it was in critical condition. A Grand Forks woman is hurt following a two-vehicle crash in rural Polk County. It happened at an intersection north of Crookston. This was shortly after 12 noon. The
victim is identified as 38-year-old Susan Carlson. Two children in her vehicle were buckled up and they were not hurt.
Time now for a look at our storm team forecast. Good morning, Lisa Green.
Good morning. Today, starting with some fog out there, though I'm seeing some signs of improvement in the background of our view here. That's down at the Dakota's Magic Casino along the South Dakota border. And temperatures are ranging anywhere from some upper 20s, pretty chilly in Bemidji at 28, and lower visibility because of fog, to 43 in Devil's Lake with clear skies. Fargo's at 40, Grand Forks in the freezing range at 29 degrees. So here's a look at our visibility reports. We are still at 0 in Oaks, so dense fog there. Visibility in Wahpeton and Wheaton at a half mile. We're down to less than a mile here in Wadena at 3/4 of a mile for you. Park Rapids is on the low end as well. Bemidji at 1/4 of a mile visibility. And then out to the west over in Cooperstown, we're at 1/4 of a mile as well. So there are these areas of patchy fog. Other places are clear. And we're looking at sunshine developing as we move through the day. Where you have fog, you'll eventually see that dissipate and everybody will get in on that sun. This morning out at the bus stop, a little cold for the kids and they'll have to watch out for foggy conditions. But into the afternoon, we're getting into the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow will be very warm, but that system will already be bearing down on us by the afternoon and evening. We'll see the winds increase, a chance for some rain, and much cooler air moving in for the second half of the week. So be ready for that. Big ups and downs yet again in our forecast for this week.
All right, at least we're kicking off the week pretty nicely.
Yeah, well, is that fog, though. Got to watch out for that yet. But temperature-wise, yes, definitely beautiful out there. Lisa, thank you.
Celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day can look different for everyone, and we've got some options on what you can do.
Yeah, that's right. The Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau joins us live with some different events that you can take part in to commemorate this holiday. Good morning, Jillian.
Good morning, guys, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm right out front of this mural called The Moon Also Rises. It's from Indigenous artist, Anna Johnson, who she made the mural to connect Fargo businesses with her roots on the Turtle Mountain Indian Reservation. But if you're looking to celebrate today with any events, there are a number of events happening in the Valley, including foraging walks at MSUM Regional Science Center and powwows at Moorhead High School and Agassiz Building Gymnasium. The YWCA is also hosting a roundtable discussion that is centered on Indigenous people.
Indigenous members of our committee that are excited to come together and help share stories and help make that connection with the community. But we just really encourage people in our community to get out to support these other organizations, Indigenous-led organizations that are doing such fantastic work in our community.
So you can find these events and other event details on our website at valleynewslive.com.
All right, thank you for that live report this morning, Jillian Trudeau.
6:56 now. A Fargo police officer is being recognized by the Red River Valley SWAT team for his efforts during a standoff last summer. Back in August, now police were doing a welfare check in the 1000 block of 35th Street North when a person barricaded himself inside a home and then fired shots.
Officer Adam Schock is trained on crisis intervention and talked with the suspect for an hour before the SWAT team arrived. They had Schock continue talks because of the rapport he had built, and he was able to get that person to surrender, all without any more shots being fired. A Fargo family got a great surprise from a delivery person that they simply call the FedEx lady. Retton Nordman was celebrating his 5th birthday last week, and his family found a package with money underneath it.
A note was then attached wishing the young boy a happy birthday, and the money was for him. Retton's mom, Chelsea, says she's grateful for the FedEx lady's random act of kindness.
Those are kind of things that you don't expect, and it's just nice to know that there are people who still care around here, and just those simple acts of kindness really make somebody's day, and we just want to say thank you to her. That was beyond what we were ever expecting.
How sweet. Nordman hopes to meet the FedEx lady one day to say thank you.
I'm going to have to order a few more packages for that, maybe. A Fargo restaurant is serving up some much-needed support for a local woman who recently had a brain tumor removed. On Thursday, the Tavern Grill is donating part of its sales to help ease the financial burden for the woman's medical costs.
Now, that woman's daughter works at the tavern and says it's special that her employer is willing to help her family out.
It means a lot to me because she is a single mom, and she does try to do everything, and I don't ask for a lot, and she knows that, so she's also just kind of like super proud of me and how far I've come. So doing this for her, I mean, it means a lot.
Now you can stop by the tavern to contribute a donation. Again, that is this Thursday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
A Fargo area woman is in the middle of a battle against breast cancer, but because of self-monitoring, she was able to catch it early. While 39-year-old Whitney Anderson continues her chemotherapy, the community is doing its part to support her family.
Friends and family have raised more than $35,000, so far as her family continues to deal with that difficult time.
Be the rock for her, keep it positive. This battle is 80% mental. You have to believe, you have to have hope. So be there on the good days and the bad. When it's bad, bring her up. When it's good, keep it up. So that's been the biggest thing.
We have a link to that fundraiser on our website. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. A Fargo restaurant is opening a second location.
A new Casa Mexico will be located at 2511 Kirsten Lane in South Fargo. That's a shopping center next to the Starbucks and across the street from Culver's. It should open sometime next week.
Yum.
Well, skywatchers, they caught a glimpse of a full hunter's moon overnight. This video right behind us here, it shows the time lapse, and of course that's Washington, D.C. there that you're seeing.
You know what? Historically, I got to tell you, I'm a fan of the moon phases, and I'm just a little lost in the script, but it signaled to farmers that it was time to prepare for a chilly winter after the harvest moon. There we go. We caught up here.
Yeah, we finally did. All right. Well, we got through that one. Beautiful shot. Get outside, take a look at the moon and the sun if you can. Thanks for joining us here on the Valley today.
Have a great Monday, everybody.